Hey guys, Bosse here. So those of you who are interested in digital audio recording, I'd like to take you on a little tour of the studio here to show you a little bit about the process. Okay, so here we are in Studio A. So, you know, this is the thing. Everything starts with a sound source. Now, what is a sound source? Well, sound source could be a drum set, okay? A sound source could be an amplifier for an electric guitar, maybe an amplifier for a bass guitar, maybe a singer singing through a mic, maybe even a keyboard, okay? So why don't we take an example of a guitarist playing through an amp, okay? So this is the signal flow. Guitar player has a 1/4-inch cable coming off the guitar. It's plugged into the amp. Now, the amp is being captured by this microphone, okay? Attached to this microphone is what we call an XLR cable. Check that out, right? Okay, got that? This XLR cable is being transported over here to this wall plate on this side of the studio, okay? And it's culminating in the control room. Let's go over to the control room now. Okay, as we can see here, here's the corresponding XLR. This XLR is plugged into this audio interface, okay? So this is where it gets interesting, my friends. So what is an audio interface? Well, simply put, an audio interface is a device that allows an analog signal to be recorded and processed into the digital realm so that our computer here and a DAW such as Logic Pro can read it and process it, okay? But more precisely, an audio interface has two key components. One is what we call a preamp, and the other is what we call analog to digital conversion and digital to analog conversion. So what are these things? So let's talk about a preamp. So ironically, you wouldn't think this, but when an amplifier, a guitar in this case, is captured by a microphone, that is what we call a mic level signal. And that's actually a pretty low level signal. And it needs to be amplified by what we call a preamp, okay? In order for it to be optimized and adequately recorded. Okay? Now the second part of this is what we call analog to digital conversion. Now think about this. Everything up until the point that the signal hits this interface, everything is organic and analog. But our computer cannot read that, okay? Our computer is only going to read digital information. So this trusty device here is going to convert that analog signal into digital in order for this computer and this DAW, digital audio workstation, can read it, process it, and do all the fancy mixing that we love. Okay, but then the other thing is, guys, we need to hear this music. The engineer needs to hear the music coming out of the speakers, and then the talent, all the musicians in all these rooms, need to be able to hear the music in their headphones. So after this analog to digital conversion takes place, then the interface allows for what we call digital conversion back to analog so that we can hear everything in the control room as the engineer and all the musicians can hear as well. So I hope that helps you. My name is Bosse, and I'll see you next time.